Welcome back to the channel and thank you so much for tuning in. I want to talk about your silence makes people uncomfortable. If you are a woman of value, you don't have many words, meaning that you don't speak just to speak, but you speak when you have something of importance or value to say, right? You're not a woman that engages in small talk or this foolery. You are going to be seen as thinking that you think you're better than people, you're standoffish, you're a snob, you're this, you're that, all because you don't run your mouth just to talk, right? There are some women that they tell all their business to people they just met, right? And it tends to backfire on them in the long run, all because they did not know the company that they were in the midst of, right? You have to watch people and watch how they treat you, but not only how they treat you, how do they treat other people? How do they talk about the people closest to them? How do they talk about their friends? I've seen people that claim that somebody was their best friend in front of me, right? And the way that they spoke about their best friend in such a negative way, literally, I was repelled by them. I'm like, don't even yoke up with them because if they can talk negative about their own friend that they call a best friend, imagine how they're going to talk about you, right? So it's okay if you're a woman that is reserved, you're quiet, you're an observer, right? You watch people, you watch your surroundings. Don't be afraid of people thinking negatively about you, right? Because the thing I learned is that people are going to think what they want to think about you regardless, right? Especially if they are committed to misunderstanding you, and especially if they already have a preconceived notion about you. There is nothing that you can say or do to change it. So you don't have to be performative, right? Especially as a Black woman, we are expected to be performative, right? We are expected to take on this cape to help any and everybody. I know I did this in corporate when I used to work in corporate America. My mother was like, you don't have to be the Black advocate. I would fight for everybody and all their injustices at work. But then when I needed people to stand up for me, they never did it for me. Matter of fact, they threw me to the wolves. So I said, you know what? She's right. I don't have to take on this. This is not my problem. And it's not your problem, right? I'm not saying be rude to people. Of course, you can be nice, you can be kind, be gracious, but you don't have to engage in small talk and just to speak, especially when you're in social settings. When I'm in social settings, I tend to watch my surroundings even more because I'm more on guard. There's more people around, so I have to make sure that I'm in a safe environment. Or if there's something gonna pop off, I'm out of there, right? And this is how you have to be. There's nothing wrong with being an observer. There's nothing wrong with being a woman of class and having decorum. And women that do not have these traits, right? They don't know how to keep their mouth quiet, they don't know how to keep their business or their problems in their home, they are going to be triggered by a woman like you. They just are because they see traits in you that they don't have. And they want you to be like them, having loose lips, just speaking just to speak, being negative, just gossiping just to gossip. You don't have to engage in that. Continue to be the quality woman that you are. Continue to be the reserved, classy woman that you are, especially in a world where there's nothing sacred anymore. You see women online telling their business about not only the problems that they're going through, but also what they are doing in the bedroom. And it's like women that choose to be quiet, right? We choose to only have a small circle of quality friends. We're the ones that get looked upon as if something is wrong with us. I hear women say, well, if you don't have any friends, then something's wrong with you. Yes and no, because sometimes there are women that, yeah, they run their mouths, they are just not good friends. But there's also another set of women that they're more quiet, they're more reserved with their approach. They tend to only like to be with good quality friends. So we don't focus on the quantity, we focus on the quality. And not only that, some women are just loners. I'm a loner. I prefer to be by myself. If I'm not with my immediate family or people that are like-minded, you're going to see me by myself. And I do a lot of things by myself. I go out to eat by myself. I go on walks by myself. I just do a lot of things by myself because I enjoy my own company. So learn how to enjoy your own company, right? If you have a friend there or somebody there that you can enjoy their company as well, that is good. But if you don't, that is okay. You don't have to be anybody's buffer, right? Because they don't want to sit in that that awkward silence, so they just pretend to go and run their mouth. You don't have to do that. Now, I don't do that. If I don't have nothing to say, I don't say it at all. I will just sit there, I'll listen, right? Because I like to listen and learn, but I'm not going to be speaking just to speak because you think I should. So thank you so much for tuning into today's video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.